Very, very good evening. What a wonderful evening is this. So with a full moon almost over the university that has produced one of the finest intellectuals of our times, Shahid Rohit Vemula, and the university which is the birthplace of the great association called Ambedkar Students Association. So it's really a great moment for me. This is not the first time I'm coming to this great university. Thanks to Ambedkar Students Association, I've been here for quite a few times to talk to all the friends about my journey in welfare sector. But that's all history now. All right, friends, before I forget, so I request you to kindly register my email ID praveen@gmail.com in your brains, and my number is 998997430. There is a reason behind this request. I'll come to it later. Then my number is 998997430. So it's same number, WhatsApp number, and the regular number, and it is under perpetual tapping. So government will be monitoring my phone, but I don't mind. So, so friends, this is my number. So the reason why I am sharing this number with you is you are the best minds in this country. So we need the best ideas from you flowing towards me so that we can emancipate all the marginalized communities, not just in Telangana but entire country. So and that idea must come from you. We are just the implementers. We are fighting for the seat through which we can implement all your great ideas, all those dreams with which our ancestors died without achieving them. When you go to their graveyards, please talk to your ancestors. Then they'll tell you thousands and thousands of unfulfilled dreams which were buried with them with so much of pain and sorrow. So friends, this is my number. Okay, now let me come back to the the business of Praveen Kumar, so-called former IPS officer, now joining politics. So I am in the midst of an yatra. So yatra is Bahujan Rajyadhikara Yatra. So my target is covering 5,000 villages of Telangana. So Telangana has about 12,700 villages, and I'm going to cover 5,000 villages, probably the span of 300 days. It's a very, very audacious task. So far, we have covered out 300 villages in the span of about 30 days. So Venkatesh was with me for quite a few times. So every day we get up at about 6:30 a.m. Then having morning briefing. After that, then we hit the road, and then we meet coolies, we meet the poorest of the poor people, particularly women who are totally marginalized among marginalized, and then we meet farmers who are steps away from defaulting and indebtedness, perpetual indebtedness. Then we meet children whose future is robbed, as rightly pointed out by one of the speakers on the dais. So totally robbed. And then we meet teachers who are absolutely frustrated, and we meet many people from all the spectrum. And then we have lunch at about 2:30. Then we don't maintain the air-conditioned tents, for your kind information, like what BJP and then Sharmila and all those people do. So we sit underneath the trees, and then we eat what people give us. Then we eat with the people who provide us the food, and then after that, because it's a hot summer, then we take a lot of liquids, and then again 4:30, you hit the road. Then you sleep probably at about 11 p.m., sometimes 12 p.m., it's 12 a.m. or something like that. So that is the journey for the last 33 days, and it has been really, really fascinating. So friends, then the second thing I wanted to tell you is I request all of you to consider politics as a very, very important option. So the people like you should also consider politics. This is going to be very, very important field, and in which your voice must be heard. If not today, even after 10 to 15 years from now, but please think about politics as an option. Okay. Now, coming back to my journey in politics. So, the very first day when how ruling classes operate, this is very important for you. Please remember this and mark on your hearts. Ruling classes will never allow particularly the marginalized, particularly the underprivileged and the underserved to come to the seat of power. You have seen just now, you have heard from Professor Vishweshwarao Garu about how closely knit their network is and how deeper is their reach is. So they will never in your dreams they will be able to, we'll be able to go to that, but we are going to shadow that. So one of the ladies in the yatra, so she asked me in Telugu, I just translate, Saru, KCR దగ్గర 30,000 కోట్లు ఉన్నాయి, ఓటుకు 3,000 నుంచి 4,000 రూపాయలు కాదు కదా 30,000 రూపాయలు కూడా ఇస్తాడు, మీరు ఎక్కడ పోట్లాడతారు సార్ అంటూ ఉన్నాడు. నేను అన్న అమ్మ కేసీఆర్ దగ్గర 30,000 కోట్లు ఉన్నాయి కానీ మా దగ్గర 3,77,00,000 మంది ఉన్నారు. So that is the power of reaching out to people. So the ruling classes have made so much of money. They have invested all that money in lands, real estate, companies, all this. This is Hyderabad Central University. One day it will be extinguished. I'm telling you, because the entire area is surrounded by all the money that was taken from all the projects, and then all that money has been invested in the lands around Hyderabad Central University. And just behind this open air theatre, there is a Vadera colony that is called as Basava Rama Taraka Nagar. So Basava Taraka Nagar, there are about 100 Vadera families, and then they are the people who are responsible for making this entire area flat and free of forests, except Hyderabad Central City. And then just 3 months ago, that entire basti was razed to ground because the government is planning to give it to a real estate mogul. So this is going to happen on a wider scale now. So these ruling classes, they have pocketed so much of money. Now they are going to invest all that money to prevent all of you to come into seat of power. This is going to be the truth. So now the only way you fight these ruling classes is to go to people. Prajala దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళడమే. There is no other way. Because these people, like I went to so many villages, and then people ask, sir, మాకు ఏమి ఇస్తారు? వాళ్ళు 2 సీసాల బీర్లు ఇచ్చిండ్రు, వాళ్ళు 10 సీసాల బీర్లు ఇచ్చిండ్రు. ఇప్పుడు కేసీఆర్ started something called Dalita Bandhu. You know how much he's gonna give? 10 lakh rupees to entire family. When did he start that? The day when Praveen Kumar decided to join BSP. ఇప్పుడు నిద్రపోతాడు కేసీఆర్. ఎందుకంటే హైదరాబాద్ సెంట్రల్ యూనివర్సిటీ సడన్ గా చేయమంటున్నాడు. అంటే వాట్ ఐమ్ ట్రైయింగ్ టు సే, హైదరాబాద్ సెంట్రల్ యూనివర్సిటీలో ఉన్న విద్యార్థులు అంటే కేసీఆర్ కు భయం. దిస్ ఇస్ ఎ ఫ్యాక్ట్. అదే విధంగా అది అసెంబ్లీలో రోహిత్ వేములకు వ్యతిరేకంగా స్టేట్మెంట్ చేసిన వన్ ఆఫ్ ద ఇంపార్టెంట్ పొలిటీషియన్స్ ఇన్ ద కంట్రీ ఇస్ కేసీఆర్ ఆల్సో. ఐ హోప్ యూ రిమెంబర్. అదే విధంగా విద్య అంటేనే భయపడతాడు కేసీఆర్. నిజం, యూనివర్సిటీలకు ఇంతవరకు పోని ఏకైక ముఖ్యమంత్రి ఎవరు ఉన్నారంటే దేశంలో కేసీఆర్. ఇంతవరకు ఒక్క యూనివర్సిటీలో పోలేదు, ఒక్క కాలేజీలో పోలేదు. నాట్ ఈవెన్ ఎ సింగిల్ యూనివర్సిటీ హస్ గాన్. స్కూల్ కూడా పోలేదు. మళ్ళా బయట మాత్రం 60,000 బుక్లు చదివిన ప్రచారం నడుస్తున్నది. 60,000 books he has read, I believe. So that is the tragedy now. So friends, today it is our responsibility, it is your responsibility to go to villages, because the previous speakers have already described what the problem is, and previous speakers have already given us the diagnosis. Where do the problem lie? Then previous speakers have also told us the treatment. Now only thing that is left is going to the villages and administer the treatment. So that is the only thing which all of us have to do. So my request to all of you is that let us go back to villages. I am not asking to leave your institution and then go. Please talk to all your colleagues wherever you are. Please register yourself as voters. Don't treat the day of polling as a holiday. Okay? Don't ever treat the day of polling as a holiday, because that is going to decide your future. I'll tell you in my later parts of the speech. Don't ever treat this as a holiday. Yesterday I got a message from the social welfare and tribal welfare students of Telangana who are studying in Delhi University. They are studying in St. Stephen's, Hansraj, Hindu, Ramjas, Kirodimal, then Lady Shriram, then SRCC, some of the top-notch universities, including Delhi School of Economics. When I was secretary of social welfare and tribal welfare, I could manage a hostel, a private hostel for all these people with the money that is lying in social welfare. Every month we have been spending about 15 lakhs or 16 lakhs for almost 300 students to maintain that hostel and give them the decent amount of food. You know what is the fate of those students today? Today they are living in slums. They are doing part-time job, boys and girls again, part-time job, and then going to school, going to colleges, and then prosecuting their studies. Then with this problem, although I am not a secretary of social welfare society anymore, then I conveyed this message to secretary, no response. Then I conveyed the same problem to the principal secretary, no response. And I conveyed the same problem to minister, no response. And surprisingly, all these three people belong to marginalized communities. You know where is the problem? Then who is responsible? Where does the buck stop? The buck stops with Chief Minister. Chief Minister doesn't want this to happen. Chief Minister doesn't want this to happen. Then there is a school just probably 1 kilometer away from this place called Gauli Doddi, which is the center of excellence. And in Gauli Doddi, there are about 5 girls and boys who qualified with great scores in scholastic aptitude test. Scholastic aptitude test score is very important for you to go to the Western universities as an undergraduate student. Then we started a program for scholastic aptitude and then sending them to undergrad. Why? My question was, why should only the people who belong to so-called upper caste, so-called ruling classes go to foreign universities? Why not the children of domestic helps? Why not the children of agricultural laborers? Why not the children of auto drivers? Why not the children of security guards? Whether they are boys or girls. Then we prepared the list and then we prepared their essays and we helped them to prepare the essays, and then all of them got great scores. So some of them got the offers of admission in some of the best universities in the world. Today they are on the roads. Why? Because government doesn't want these children to go there. They simply say there is no program. What is bloody government? Who started this government? Who voted this party into the government? Whose votes are there? It is our votes. And then you don't have the heart. Spend money on 5 students who want to go abroad and then try their luck. What their ancestors could not do. What their parents could not do. This is the tragedy of this governance, not just in India, not just in Telangana, entire country is plagued with this problem. Don't ever think that this is happening. Don't ever think that this is happening just like that. It is a deep-rooted conspiracy, which has been clearly described by the speakers there who spoke earlier. It is a very deep-rooted conspiracy. So today, it is our responsibility. We are the majority. That's where the Bahujan Samaj Party comes into picture. We are the majority. All the backward classes, all the scheduled castes, scheduled tribes, then the religious minorities and the poor. These are the people. They constitute almost 95% of this population, of this country. and still the 5% is able to decide the fate of this 95%. It is not their prowess, it is our weakness. We are not voting. We are not going to vote. We are not judging the candidates. We are not becoming the leaders. We are not going into the issues of public policy. And we are not looking into how the monies are being spent. That is the problem. The KCR is spending money on police, although I am a police officer, but still I would dare to criticize this decision. So he had spent money on a police command and control center, which is worth 700 crore rupees. This has been under construction in Jubilee Hills, which you can see from here also, the tallest building in the skyline. So this 700 crores command center, you know what is going to do? They are going to preserve all your records, all your conversations. They are going to, profile you. And all your so-called privacy is lost. And then, why government wants to cage you? Why government wants your profile? Why government wants to? Because they want to control you. They want to control your behavior. They want to choke your voice so that you don't ask all these uncomfortable questions, which today I am able to do. So they want to spend money, 700 crores on that, but they don't have heart to spend money. This so-called 15 or 16 lakhs per student or thousands per student per month. That is the tragedy. So today, you go to any place, like just now, the speaker earlier spoke about dropping out. This is so tragic. This is so tragic. In the last 33 days, I went to each and every village and only to find for 5 generations, the families of marginalized communities, for 5 generations, have been doing the same job. What is that job? Agricultural labor. Sanitation worker. Karobar in the villages. The people who work for the panchayat. Waterman in the villages. And 1 crore people in Telangana, particularly women, 1 crore women, they don't know how to read and write. Then what constitution are we talking about? They don't know who is Baba Sahib. I asked one lady, Amma, niku votu evarichundu? Rajshekar Reddy sir ichindi sir. She believes that Y.S. Rajshekar Reddy is the one who asked her to vote. It is not Baba Sahib. They don't know about Savitribai Phule. They don't know about Mahatma Jyotirao Phule. And they absolutely have no idea about constitution. Why? The state does not want people to go to school. Why? Because they go to Central University. They sit like this. They sit like this. It is 10:30, where they should be watching Manasu Mamta serial. Yes. Chinnari Pelli Kuturu, Kartika Deepan, Srinivasa Kalyanam, whatnot, Bahubali, Triple R, and then having couple of Kingfisher beers. So, and then, having brawl. This is what state wants. The revenue of Telangana state, which is coming out of liquor, is 30,000 crores this year. 30,000 crores in every village. You have 60 bed shops. Not 1, not 2, not 3, 60 bed shops. Bed shops are like, tea stalls. Where tea is not served, what is served? Beers. So, English Vidya Yomani Mevadu Vittunam. English Madhyam Diskonani KCR antunnaru. English Vidya Mevadu Vittunam, English Madhyam Diskomani ayana antunnaru. Meer taagundoya. Now, latest is Ganjai. Ganja is an unseen pandemic. Ganja is an unseen pandemic in Telangana villages. Like I went there, I went to one village at Nagara. So when I went to that village, 10th grader student, the 10th grader was giving, oh, Praveen Kumar, Jindabad, young guy. Then he also said, see, and then I went to it. Then he was smelling alcohol. I had tears in my eyes. Generations after generations, they were enslaved with these evils, with these substances. Then who is supplying these substances? Government. Who is there in the government? The ruling classes. Then why is it they are there? Because they want to protect their properties. And why is it they are there? They want to see that you work in their farms, you work in their agricultural fields, you work in their homes as domestic helps. This is what is happening for 75 years or even much before that. So my request to all of you is that please realize that this is we are in the cusp of a great disaster. We are at the doors of great disaster. So if we don't raise our voice, if we don't realize our rights, and then if we don't read our constitution, and if we don't go to villages and then tell about the rights that were given to us through constitution by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, then we are going to be engulfed by the forces which are inimical, which are against our religion. You know, in some states, now they had the audacity. These forces have the audacity to say, we will rape your girls, do whatever you want. That is like one IPS officer had to, the young IPS officer who belonged to Dalit community, so or SC community, who had the kind of, it's a very tragic state. He goes to the local police station, he goes to local SP, and then, sir, today is my marriage day, I want to ride a horse because of our tradition, so please provide bandobast. See, if an officer who belongs to marginalized communities in a state called Rajasthan and goes to IPS officer, goes to a police station and then asks for bandobast, then where is freedom? Where is freedom? There is no freedom. There is no freedom. But we should stop this. Who can stop this? It's we who have to stop this. We have to stop this. So that's the reason why. That's the reason why I request all of you to challenge the status quo. Please think differently. Please think freely. Despite the fact that you are going to be attacked, despite the fact that you are going to be expelled, despite the fact that you are going to be